Hi everyone, it's Miss Amy from Camden Public Library, and today I am going to share a quick video on what Emmy Nelson shared with us during my art and journaling group on Wednesday. So she shared how to paper weave for a Valentine card, a bookmark, or a lantern. So here are the supplies. And here is a photo of supplies. So I have a ruler, I have a colored pencil, I have red paper, I have like tracing paper or vellum or a glassine envelope, something that is transparent that you can see through. So that you can put a light, like a tea light behind it, you know, one of those little mechanical ones. Okay, you need a cutting mat or something that you can cut on. This is cardboard. Let's see, what else? You need an X-Acto knife to be able to cut. And Emmy has a milk jug here, a clean plastic milk jug, and this is actually for cutting out some narrow shapes, which then will help us when cutting shapes out like this in the after we've put the vellum in. So you cut out some flat shapes from the flat side of a milk jug, and you eventually will end up throwing these away, but these slide in, and I'll show you how to use those. It was brilliant. I could not believe how cool it was. So let's get started on this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you. So here is here is my bookmark that I made, weaving the paper and cutting out the little pieces, and you can see from both sides. So that is that. Then here is a card that I was able to make using that same technique, and this one I wove 3 different strips down into this, and each one is just a little, you have to make it a little bit smaller to squeeze it in, and as you can see, this one is a little bigger than this last one, but it works great. Yeah, and so you use the same technique for these as you do for a lantern. So I'm going to show you a lantern, and you can make the lantern any size, but it is 2 pieces of paper, and you fold the edges or crease down the edges about a centimeter or so, so that you can fold it in like this, and then you'll be able to put your tea light inside there. And you don't have to do all 4 sides, but you could if you wanted to. But I'm going to show you how to do what to do on that, and I am going by what Emmy showed us, and she gave me permission to share a video follow-up because our Zoom video did not tape her actual demonstration, which is such a bummer, because she did a great job. So here we go. So I have on here, I had the 2 pieces of that I folded in half, and I have the edges, and then I'm coming in about 1/4 of an inch, and I have a line drawn. You can draw it with a white pencil or a regular pencil that you can then erase out. I don't know if you can see it, but there is a very faint line, and I am only going to cut. When I cut, I'm going to cut from that line to the other line, leaving space on either side and the top and bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and just start that so that you can see, and it can be any type of lines or whatever to get it to go through. And I'm going from one side to another. I'm using different thicknesses because I want some space to be able to cut little things out. Hearts or X's and O's or little lines or whatever. So, okay, so now they are all cut out. Now I'm going to show you how, so I cut this a little bit smaller, so it's going to go right inside that line. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start weaving it. Okay, so I am pushing it through like this. And I'm weaving it in. I want you all to see this. Okay. And it helps. Actually, I find it easier to kind of push it through from the bottom, which is why I flip it over. Okay, so here we go. Pull that through. Whoops, there's a little tab. We don't want that. Okay. So I'm going to push that through like that. And I'm going like this. And you can see, so I'm going over, under, all the way until the bottom. And this happens to be a piece of tracing paper, but it might be a piece of glassine. So this is a glassine paper from like a stamp envelope that stamps come in. Yeah, so, okay. So there we go. So now I have two pieces. And now I don't even need this, because what I'm going to do is I am going to use one of these pieces that I cut off, okay? So I cut out these pieces, and let's see. And I'm going to tuck it right under like that. And then I have, I'm going to just snip off just a little bit so that it will fit in there, because I want it to fit inside there. Okay, there. Just a little bit more right there. Okay, so now I can put that right in there, and then I can cut. And you can see there's scratches and stuff on here, but it's not going to cut all the way through, and it allows me to cut these pieces out. So there's one, and you can cut any shapes at all. You just want things that will help see through it. So there is another one. Okay, so like this one, I'm going to draw a little, heart. So I'm going to do it like that in white. Okay, so you can see that. And then if you don't have a swivel blade, then it's handy to turn your project to cut on curves. So I can turn my project like this and keep my blade together, and then I have that heart. And the cool thing is that because I have that little heart, I can also use that little heart right on one of the pieces of vellum. Oop, right on one of the pieces of vellum. So maybe I want to do that. Okay, so not only am I cutting little parts out, but then I can use some of those parts to go right on there. So now I'm gonna tuck this one back in, and I'm gonna do, let's do a little triangle-y kind of shape like this. There we go. I like that. And then I'm going to go like that. And I'm going to go here. And I'm going to go there. And you can do this, this is the lantern, okay, but doing this whole thing is going to give you the basic pattern for doing one of these. So I want you to see, so when you are weaving, if you're weaving more than one piece of paper, you are going under, over, so that it goes all the way through like this. And you'll see that there's a little bit of an edge. You really can't get it any closer to that, which is why the pieces get just a teeny bit, it's like an eighth or even that, maybe even a 16th smaller each time. But it looks really cool. And even without anything cut out of these, which I will go back in, this is for a larger lantern, but I really like the look of this, and I want you to see what it's going to look like. So what I would do is I'm going to finish cutting this out, but I would take these two folds, okay, and I'm going to glue it together right here and here like this. Okay, oop, other way, like this, sorry, so that they are on opposite sides, okay? And that becomes your little lantern. And again, you could do this side and this side, but you don't have to. And then you can put a light inside of this, like one of those little handy tea lights that you can turn on. A battery-powered tea light would work. You can shine with a flashlight. So I hope you go ahead and try this and glue that right together, and then you can put your tea light right in, and you'll have this cute little Chinese lantern just in time for Chinese New Year, which is on February 1st. And this year is the year of the tiger. So maybe you can even figure out how to cut out a tiger. Who knows? So thank you to Emmy, and I hope you all try this paper weaving technique at home, and thanks so much again to Emmy for her tutorial. I hope you like this. Like, share, comment,